Have you ever wondered why true happiness feels so elusive? Even after achieving success, wealth, and everything society tells us we need to be happy? What if the path to genuine joy lies not in what we gain, but in what we let go? Or perhaps it's about seeing ourselves and the world with clearer eyes, unburdened by the need to chase constantly. Imagine living with a sense of peace that no storm could shake. A quiet joy that isn't tied to what happens around us but blossoms from within. Welcome to our channel, where we dive into ancient wisdom, spiritual insights, and timeless truths that can help you unlock a happiness that doesn't fade. If you're ready to embark on this journey of discovering a profound, enduring joy, then take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Together, we're uncovering a deeper understanding of life and happiness that could change everything. As we begin this journey, let's ask ourselves, what exactly does it mean to be happy? Most of us search for happiness outside ourselves, in career success, in personal achievements, in relationships. We're taught that if we accumulate enough, accomplish enough, or impress enough people, we'll find happiness. But why, then? Do so many people who have everything still feel something missing? Why is it that we can have moments of joy that fade so quickly, leaving us longing for something more? Could it be that the happiness we're searching for is a natural part of us, one we've simply forgotten? In Buddhist philosophy, happiness is not a fleeting feeling or something we chase. It's a state of being, a tranquility, a steadiness of the heart that remains, regardless of life's chaos. Imagine waking up each day, peace, not because of what you own or who admires you, but because you carry a calm within that's untouched by life's circumstances. Today, let's explore how we can cultivate that kind of happiness, the kind that isn't temporary, that isn't dependent on our external world but springs from within. To begin with, one of the greatest secrets of happiness is mindfulness, the art of living in the present moment. How often do we find ourselves lost in thoughts of the past, or in worries about the future? We miss the beauty of the here and now, too occupied with regrets or what-ifs to truly experience what's right in front of us. Imagine a simple meal. Instead of eating it on the go or in front of a screen, you savor each bite, notice each flavor, and let the experience fill your senses. Or imagine a walk in nature, where each step, each breath, and every sound fills you with a sense of wonder. When we live mindfully, we connect deeply with the present, experiencing a profound joy that comes from just being here, without the distractions of a busy mind. Mindfulness is about observing, rather than reacting. It's about becoming a witness to our own thoughts and emotions, observing them without getting pulled in. And this awareness, this ability to stand back and watch, is where inner peace starts to grow. But true happiness is something we cultivate not just for ourselves but also for others. Buddhism teaches that compassion, genuine, selfless kindness toward others, is one of the keys to an enduring happiness. When we practice compassion, we shift from focusing on our own struggles and connect with others, with their experiences, joys, and pains. Imagine seeing others not as competitors or strangers but as companions on this journey. This is where happiness starts to transform, becoming less about what can I get and more about what can I give. Compassion allows us to see ourselves in others, understanding that we all carry the same desires, the same fears, and the same longing for peace. And when we open our hearts in this way, we find a happiness that deepens every time we help another person feel seen, understood, or cared for. Compassion is about more than just feeling empathy. It's about reaching out, making a choice to actively ease someone's pain. And the surprising truth is that the more we give, the more joy we experience ourselves. Perhaps Buddha's words, "I teach only suffering and the end of suffering," offer one of the most powerful paths to happiness. First, these words may sound bleak, but they hold a transformative truth about how we can live without constant pain. This teaching begins with understanding the Four Noble Truths, a foundation of Buddhist wisdom that guides us in understanding our lives and finding peace. The first noble truth acknowledges that suffering, or dukkha, is an inevitable part of life. At first glance, this may seem pessimistic, but there's freedom in accepting suffering as a universal experience. Suffering, whether it's physical pain, emotional distress, or disappointment, is something we all face. It's a part of the human experience. And by acknowledging it, we let go of the illusion that we're alone in our struggles or that life should be free of pain. Accepting this truth liberates us from denial and opens the door to true peace. The second noble truth reveals that the root of our suffering lies in our cravings and attachments. We suffer because we cling, whether it's to people, achievements, material possessions, or even our own beliefs about who we are. We cling to these things, thinking they'll bring us happiness. But because everything in life is temporary, this attachment leads to inevitable pain when we lose the things we hold onto so tightly. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The more you try to grip it, the faster it slips through your fingers. This is the nature of attachment. The tighter we hold onto things, the more we feel their loss. But letting go doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we stop clinging. We learn to appreciate things and people fully, without the need to possess or control. This is the practice of detachment, loving deeply without the need to hold on tightly. And when we practice this way of being, we find a happiness that isn't threatened by loss or change. To guide us on this path, Buddhism offers the Eightfold Path, a series of principles designed to help us cultivate wisdom, compassion, and mental clarity. This path is like a map leading us to genuine happiness. The first few steps focus on developing right understanding and right intention. We start to see things clearly, not through the lens of desires and fears, but with a sense of acceptance and understanding of life as it is. We learn to let go of illusions and see the world for what it truly is. And this shift marks the beginning of wisdom. Next, we come to right speech, right action, and right livelihood, which center on ethical conduct. Imagine living in a way where every word you say is meant to uplift, where every action aligns with your values, and where the work you do contributes to the greater good. Living this way creates a joy that goes beyond fleeting pleasure. It's a joy that comes from knowing you're living a life of integrity, one that positively impacts the people around you. The final steps focus on mental discipline, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These steps encourage us to turn inward, cultivating focus, resilience, and a deep inner peace. Through meditation and mindfulness, we train our minds to be steady and calm, able to face life storms without being thrown off course. It's like building a solid foundation for a peaceful mind, one that remains steady, even in the face of change and challenge. Imagine, for a moment, sending out a sincere wish of happiness to everyone you know, even those who may have hurt you. This is the practice of metta, or loving kindness, where we wish well not just to ourselves but to everyone around us. Practicing metta helps us lighten our own hearts, releasing resentment, and finding a freedom in forgiveness. Loving kindness isn't just about wishing others well. It's about including ourselves in this compassion. Self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness we offer to others, is essential for real happiness. By letting go of harsh self-criticism, by forgiving our own mistakes, we build a foundation of resilience, one that allows us to truly love ourselves. And this self-love, rather than being selfish, becomes the basis for a fuller, richer happiness. The final piece of this path is accepting impermanence, the truth that nothing in life stays the same. Everything changes, from the smallest details to the greatest moments. But instead of fearing this truth, we can find freedom by embracing it. When we see impermanence, we begin to appreciate every moment for the gift that it is, fleeting, but beautiful. In accepting change, we stop resisting life's natural flow. Each moment, each person, each experience becomes more precious because we know it won't last forever. This acceptance allows us to experience a happiness rooted in the present, untouched by fear or regret. As we conclude this journey, Remember that happiness isn't a far-off goal but a path we walk every day. Through mindfulness, compassion, and these teachings, we can uncover a joy that stands resilient, that remains with us through life's highs and lows. If you found value in these insights, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's spread this light, helping others discover a happiness that doesn't fade. True happiness is closer than you think, waiting for you to uncover it, one mindful moment at a time.